And hello, and welcome back to the historic gaming stream. Today we have some more of my Egypt campaign, as we continue to try to expand our empire and fight our Macedonian enemies in the Seleucids, as well as our Syrian foes in Tyre, the Phoenicians. More like it, although they are of the Syrian culture group in the which I suppose is realistic enough. I don't necessarily know whether the Phoenicians really differed from any of the other petty kingdoms in this area at this point in history, but definitely were far departed from their legendary Carthaginian offspring. But in any case, essentially what we've done so far is that we pacified Libya. We had a bunch of civil wars, uprisings and the like here, and we put them down. Egypt is developing stably and public order is excellent. In last stream we conquered Jerusalem at, well, frankly, great loss to ourselves. It was a titanic struggle between us and the Maccabees, but eventually we put down the Judean rebels, bloodily I might add. But we did so successfully, and we're now going to reap the benefits of having this massive and important city in our possession. My next target is Tyre, because I noticed that the troops that they have guarding it really aren't anything special. In fact, they're pretty bad. So I think I can conquer the settlement quite easily, break into the city, and demand that they pay me tribute. So that's really where we're at right now. Now, I can tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, and that's that we are at a kind of impasse. Sure, things might be stable when it comes to public order, which for most of our campaign it hasn't been. However, we have many enemies. We're at war with the Carthaginians, we're at war with the Libyans, we're at war with the Seleucids, we're at war with some of our vassals. We are at war with so many factions, although most of them we don't share real borders with just yet. And I declare war on them in order to make the Romans happier with us. We managed to get some really nice treaties with the Romans, because I don't want war with the Romans. Not yet, guys. I need to build up my empire. We're far stronger than I am right now. I'm pretty weak, honestly, in, like, empire terms. So, realistically, I want to avoid war of the Romans as long as possible. Also, thank God the Romans just eviscerated one of my foes, which is really good. But anyways, so yeah, basically what we want to do right now is we want to conquer another couple of provinces, keep the Romans happy, and hopefully things will turn out just fine and we can actually get an empire set up. Conquering Tyre would be a step, and then maybe we can even get into these northern provinces and expand against the Seleucids. So a lot of opportunities there, although the Seleucids are militarily much stronger than the Ptolemies are. Just to be completely frank, the Ptolemies aren't a particularly strong faction compared to some of the successor kingdoms. So I'm gonna have to be careful here, I'm gonna have to be smart, which is hard for me, Hussar. It's very hard for me to be smart. And hopefully things will go well. But yeah, there really aren't any more diplomatic treaties I can make right now. And yeah, we'll send my navy forth, and we'll start to... Actually, I want to raid, but it doesn't look like I can in this area anyway. Yeah, nothing to upgrade here. Nothing to invest in here. But the turn will end. But how are you, man? So content saying Canada is actually rapper mid-tier. I mean, I think most Canadians would say Canada is rapper mid-tier. We have severe economic problems, rising costs of living, job market not nearly as lucrative to interact with. A lot of Americans dream of moving to America, at least the Canadians that are kind of trying to chase career progression and all that. But also a lot of Canadians are moving to areas of worse climates in Canada, places less populated, like Manitoba, Saskatchewan. A lot of young people from BC who get hitched and want to start a family because it's where you can actually buy a house. Go to World Romans because it would be keck and not cringe. I mean, I agree, it would be pretty keck, as in I would get absolutely shit on, completely fucked, completely and utterly dumpstered. I would get absolutely blown out. Yo, Maui? Whoa, late night. Yo, aren't you at work right now? And yeah, it is a late night stream. Dude, I'm so hyped after being the mascot. You have no idea how amazing it was being the mascot today, Maui. It, like, changed my life, okay? I could get away with anything in that suit. I was, like, dancing. I was, like, flexing on people. It was like a carnival event, okay? It was like a workplace carnival. And I played all the games, and I sucked at them. Like, I literally threw a ball against a lamp, and I almost damaged a lamp. And people just laughed. Like, I could literally commit crimes in the mascot suit, and people would think it's cute. Also, I was 8 feet tall in the suit, okay? Like, when you're wearing the suit, your eyes are where, the mouth of the creature is, like, of the otter. So, I was, like, 8 feet tall, and I was intimidating people. And I could literally hear people left and right saying that they're scared of me. And I don't know why, but that just made me laugh so hard. It was just so much fun. You want to move to Europe, but they don't have nuclear reactors. They're planning on getting a nuclear engineering degree. Doesn't Germany have nuclear reactors? I know Germany is big on nuclear. And considering that Europe is moving away from Russian natural gas and stuff, you know, because of the sanctions, I assume that nuclear could eventually become more popular. I don't know, I feel like Europe could have nuclear soon enough. It's a pretty progressive thing to go nuclear, isn't it? Like, I know that people claim that, like, it's bad, you know, that there's all of these health risks, but I think a lot of this stuff is kind of, like, mythologized almost. Like, from what I understand, nuclear actually is pretty safe when properly managed, so given how progressive Europe is, I wouldn't be surprised if they do nuclear soon enough. Maybe you'll do well there, man. Be right back, gotta go back to work. Well, thanks for dropping by, Maui. I really do appreciate it. We're shutting them down to fear of statistically improbable. Yeah. I mean, Chernobyl, and considering that, like, the land around Chernobyl is uninhabitable, I can see why people would be pretty afraid of that, to be honest. Oh, man. Tyre actually attacks me first, dude. Now, that's progressive. That's getting ahead of what probably is an inevitable threat, but you saw that. One of the armies couldn't reach me, so the other one just went for it, and I'm about to absolutely annihilate these guys. Look at all of these untrained levy spears. And these pathetic little peasant slingers. Next to my Chad phalanges. Bro, I'm about to absolutely murder them. Returning to coal because nuclear is scary? Well, that's just dumb, bro. Commander. You gotta get them to stop. Talk to Angela Merkel. Alright, hit up Angela. I know you know how to Hussar. Don't pretend like you don't. Alright, call her up. Be like, fam. Stop using coal. Start splicing atoms. Nuclear is important. Hussar wants nuclear. And they'll just, like, vibe out to nuclear. Angela isn't the PM anymore. Let's be honest. Angela's pulling everything behind the scenes. You know it's true. Like, don't pretend like it's not. We all know that Angela did everything. And you know what I mean by did everything. Like, you know what I mean. These aren't the psychotic ramblings of a crazed maniac. You know what I mean. And you know what I'm saying. Right, Hussar, right? Wink, wink. General! Quickly now! Man, I gotta get a degree in yapping. I heard that yapping is a good major of study in 2024. They called the German government. They tried to kill my home nation of Poland. Wait, you have Polish blood? I never knew that. And why do you say Poland, Lithuania? This isn't the medieval ages, man. Come on. Poland, Lithuania? My boy. My boy. You can't say Poland, Lithuania. Dude. The Lithuanians are a distinct nation, alright? but have outstripped her dependence on the poles to ride around in winged suits and kill her enemies. And you better remember that, man. I know that you're a Hussar fan, but you better remember that, okay? You are irrelevant to the Lithuanian people. You would be scared if you were Polish. I mean, being Polish is pretty sucky, I get it, but can you elaborate further? Like, besides having the lifetime nerf of speaking a language that sounds funny, what else is there to be scared of if you're Polish? Yeah, like I said, I mean, speaking Polish is a pretty significant, like, lifetime struggle. Like, I do understand where you're coming from somewhat, but at the same time, there's some gaps I need you to fill. And yeah, we're just focusing our slinger fire entirely on these javelins, because javelins can obviously murder my pikemen pretty hard. And you know, it's hitting the occasional spearmen too, it's weakening them up a little bit. But yeah, my slingers, they're gonna rout this unit pretty quickly. These spearmen, they don't have javelins, which is a really massive disadvantage for what already is a kind of weak unit. Like, if they had javelins, it would at least make them a little bit more useful.
One of our units has used all its
yeah,
ammunition.
I'm gonna go have my better spearmen charge in. My central phalanx should easily eliminate these guys. And you know, this is what I meant by saying that I don't fear the Tyre faction that much. They're just not particularly good, I can tell you. They're just like very meh. And now I'm gonna go ahead and activate my cavalry. I should be able to get some flanks. There's a lot of slingers here. Cavalry obviously will do really well against them. And the infantry fight's gonna be like super duper one-sided. I have better infantry across the board in general. And yeah, like, look at these Galatian spearmen. They haven't lost a single guy. No, they lost one guy now. They've killed 77.
Ptolemaic cavalry.
At least it's not French. I agree. You know, I think of all, like, European nationalities, besides Russians, French people are made fun of the most. And given that the Russians are literally engaging in what is essentially illegal warfare in the 21st century, which is super duper cringe and just breaks the global balance, which has led to peace, at least in the Western world for a while, that just means the French are super memeable. Like, seriously. How are the French this meme though? They literally haven't done anything effed up in a long time. Yet everyone still thinks that they're cringe. It's so funny. I mean, yeah, like, they're snobby. They're snobby. Paris smells like pee. Like, there are systemic issues that affect French society. The croissants are too expensive and they're always burnt. The baguette looks like a dick. It's true. That is true. When America commits war crimes, you know, it can be pretty based in American public. Literally, Republican candidates that want to be president, you know, people like Vivek Ramaswamy and Nikki Haley, they literally brag that if they were president, they would commit war crimes, and they say this with, like, righteous applause thundering behind them. Like, yes, I'd start a war with Iran, and America would be glorious because of it. I would dominate the Iranians with bombardments, with napalm and brimstone. We will kill them because they have an Islamic regime. And people are like, yeah, America, we gotta go to war with Iran. We gotta do it. Literally, like, dude, American politics, it's the most interesting thing. Just the polarities within both, like, the electorate and what type of rhetoric works with them. And just the sheer insanity of the more politically out there candidates. Like, man, I know not very many people watch the primaries. Not the Democrat one, not the Republican, because most of the people in the primaries will never be president. We're not even going to be up for election, right? But simultaneously, if you actually watch them, especially the Republican one, you will be exposed to a pit of political insanity that you just aren't probably aware exists. It's crazy. We do need a war crimes political party. I completely agree with you on that, actually. I agree. Like an anti-natalist start a nuclear war political party? That's what the 21st century needs, clearly. It's an important political tool. It's an underrepresented faction, really. I can understand exactly where you're coming from, Sorry, I can understand entirely. I hope that the sarcasm in my voice is registerable, by the way, because what I'm saying is beyond terrible. It's horrible. It's terrible. I shouldn't be saying these things. But I'm both sleep deprived and energetic. I don't know how those things go together. Probably talk to a doctor about it, but I feel like great. You're gonna lurk on your tablet while you go take a nap?
One of our units
Bro,
has used
come
all
on.
its ammunition.
Don't do that. Like, hang out, dude. Oh, there's 3 other people. Someone's gotta be in chat right now, right? Someone needs to keep me entertained. If I don't have that, then like, what is this, dude? What is this paradise? What is this world? Also, look at how decisive this win. Literally, I start this battle. The AI is like, yeah, we're balance of power is equal. And then this happens. I slaughter 3,600 brave Tyranian fighters. The finest of her spears, highly experienced, silver chevron. These people have been going to war for generations. These units are decorated. Elite hoplites. Fine slingers from rural Tyre. And I put them to the sword with my Judean Freo spears, with my slingers, with my Galatian mercenaries, these fine salary men. The cataphracts. And the pikes. Fine, I'll say I owe you your... But you owe me your kidney? No, it's fine, bro. You can go if you want. I'm just jerking you around, bro. I got you. But, also, my dude, you know I have a YouTube channel? Like, a Historica YouTube channel. Well, I uploaded my first, like, actual, like, history video. You know, like, not just, like, stream VODs. Like, my first actual edited on a historical topic video. And I just want to say, it's gotten 1,100 views as of right now. And I'm super duper hyped and really happy. And, you know, I gained like 30 subs because of it. So, yeah, like, I'm just really happy, okay? I'm just really happy. I put in a couple hours of work into that video. Not like a lot or anything. Nothing crazy. It's whatever. It was just... I was just fucking around, but still, it was just really fun, man. It was just really fun. You subbed? Oh, thanks. I appreciate the support, truly.
Ready for orders. Egypt. But
yeah, I just want to say, man, I'm ecstatic. You know, it's like the first thing I've had, but I actually cared about the like kind of hit the algorithm. Because I've had like, what are we called? YouTube Shorts hit the algorithm plenty of times. Like I have a YouTube short of like 4,500 views, but YouTube Shorts are like whatever. And also my shorts are bullshit. Like I just usually film my like pets, and I'm just like, you know, no editing, nothing. And YouTube Shorts are really easy to like make famous. Like trust me, it takes zero effort to have a YouTube short hit the algorithm. Like literally, it's just like a joke how easy it is. You don't make any money off of it, and it's like impossible to get monetized unless you go crazy viral. But still, to actually have a long form video hit the algorithm, it just feels so good, man. It's euphoric, man. It is so nice. It is amazing. Just the feeling, the fulfillment, the joy. It's just, yeah, it's so good, dude. It's so good. Oh, no, sorry. You ever done YouTube? Obviously, you're Twitch.
Orders.
You're on Twitch, but you ever do YouTube?
For honor and great glory.
Ooh, they
The
just traded
gods
kingdom.
will have me listen.
You don't want to
Your
trade?
goods. Well,
I mean, they're a barbarian faction. I'm not surprised.
I greet you in my...
These guys always
The
want like some
gods
sort of
rightly
bribe or
wish us
whatever.
to...
Okay, all good. I can't move anymore, so it's whatever. I'm moving my second army back from Egypt, where they managed to recruit some fighters. I just got a notification of some sort. My friend sent me a stupid reel on Instagram. And I have a couple of friends that just like send me reels on Instagram constantly. And I can tell you, like, I never watch them, man. I never ever watch the reels people send me. Like, I just don't care. I don't watch Instagram reels. I don't care. But people keep on sending them to me. It's so bad, man. So bad. Anyway, faction joins the war. Oh, Pergamon versus Galatia. I mean, that's quite good because I'm going into this region up north here. And I can tell you that I'd happily pick off factions that are kind of disjointed and not as cohesive. So it'll be good to kind of have these guys separate. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of move up this army here. Have these guys together, and next turn when I actually have the ability to, I'm gonna move in on Tyre, but I have to wait one more turn because I just don't have the movement left. I'll go get level 2 barracks. What actually, you know what? I'd rather spend this money here on fishing, but don't have the money for it. Kind of sucks, but what can I do?
At your service, my lord.
how can I?
Guess I had this guy. I have to pull him back.
I never ready for order.
Alright, I'll wait one more turn. Literally nothing I can do this turn. Also, I should use my navy to help me take out Tyre. It'll be pretty fun to be able to command a navy as well as the troops in tandem. But also, it'll help me like overwhelm Tyre a little bit easier. Now, I can't take the whole province because Salamis is owned by Rhodes, and Rhodes is my sole military ally. Well, actually, outside of the faction I freed. Okay, I have 2 military allies. Rhodes and Transmania? Something? Kind of sounds like Tanzania, but it's a minor faction anyway. So, the Tyrian Navy is now raiding me, I believe. There's no way that they didn't go there without trying to raid, so I'm gonna have to hunt down those ships, actually. Well, it gives my navy something to do, at least. Long turn. I wonder what's going on here. I hope it's not a civil war, but I assume it's a reform for some faction.
You have recruited so many units, the treasury is buckling under the weight of their upkeep. Capturing new territory would
Gross
spread the
reforms.
cost as well as putting your troops to good use.
Pergamon's gone. Okay, well that whole, like, them being divided because of warfare thing didn't last very long, did it?
How
And I don't know, I already had a Freos reform thing happen, so... Yeah, I don't think it changed anything for me, actually. I think it's exactly the same thing. So I just want to quickly peek at what my population... Dude, 16,000! 16,000 middle class. That is so good. And also, it looks really good to actually have these, like, minor settlements growing. Because for a while, they were actually, like, really, really struggling population-wise. But anyway. Oh, man. I could tell you, freeing up my navy from raiding... Like, I feel the burden of having to pay these sailors so much now.
Ready for orders.
And yeah, now we...
Besieging
What?
settlement.
Bro,
That
what
is
the heck?
impossible, my
Ready
lord.
for orders.
Okay, what a rip, man. That was a misclick, but you know what? I'm still gonna win this anyway. Now I can tell you, Tyre really effed up here. Because if they sallied out, then my allies, the Braves of the Pharaoh, wouldn't be able to deploy into battle. They can only deploy now because they are coming in as a navy since they're on the water, right? Yeah, they sallied out. They just wouldn't be part of the battle, and you'd have to fight literally half as many men. But I guess they wanted to just keep a Tyranian city in view. They like the way the Tyre looks, you know? It's all vanity at the end of the day. But vanity will spell their doom. I just like to be poetic, okay? Obviously, it's just the AI being dumb. But I think it's more fun to talk like this.
No doubt.
To weave a little narrative from video game. And yeah, I'm gonna split my army in two.
Our reinforcements
And
have
what the-
arrived.
Alright, right. The cavalry is gonna come in here. Cavalry can't stay on ships. And oh, enemy reinforcements. Now, is it just the one unit, or is it a larger army? Well, there's the larger army, and there's the one unit army. Now, this large army, okay, so like this army can't beat this army. This army is way too big. These guys can absolutely crush these guys, though. So I'm gonna have these guys kind of like come back. I'm gonna have my pikes. Whoops.
Yours to command.
Bro, I literally cannot control my units because my naval reinforcements are hijacking
Cavalry.
my screen. Have these guys slowly come into view, but it's gonna take a while. I like how the Galatian transports use the barbarian ships too. It's a nice little touch. But yeah, what I'm gonna do here is just kind of have my army link up so I can go destroy the main force, and then after that I'll dumpster the garrison, because the garrison sucks. There's really nothing to do there. Meanwhile, for this one unit, I mean, it is an elite hoplite, okay? It's a good unit, but nothing can survive being rear charged repeatedly by elite cav, and that's what I have now. The charge bonus on these linen cataphracts is 54. The charge bonus on my sacred squadron is 60. These guys hit like a truck smashing into you. They are absolutely devastating. So what I'm gonna do is swing my cavalry behind, and then I'm gonna have these guys, my Galatians. Actually, you know what? Just so they're a little bit easier to kill, I can have my guys throw their javelins. Plus, it'll make my guys lighter, not to have to carry all these freaking throwing spears
One of our units has
into
used all its
combat.
ammunition.
So yeah, they'll throw them in, bloody these guys a little bit, and then my Galatian mercenaries, these guys are in of themselves very competent, very elite. We are going to charge forward. Oh, decent charge bonus themselves at 26. And we're going to go in. Of course, a hoplite, an elite hoplite nonetheless. In long-term combat, will beat the Galatians, although they'll struggle.
Break the lines!
Commander. Orders! Orders understood!
But we literally have the enemy arrayed before us, so we can get repeated charges with the cavalry. While the Galatians are still trying to hack away, spear any man that steps out of line.
Our general is under attack.
And even with a general with them, these hoplites are going to have to push through, form a wedge, and try to gut my Galatians. But the Galatians are strong men, experienced men, elite men. They aren't going to go down without a humongous titanic struggle. And the elite hoplites won't be able to break out of this vice, so they're just going to get slaughtered where they are. So imagine being completely surrounded by men thirsting for your blood. It would be beyond terrifying. It would feel as if the devil is literally in front of you, baring his teeth. So yeah, obviously, pretty effed up. The general dies, his elite bodyguard falls to the wayside. I only lose 2 men. Actually, no, my cavalry do lose a couple of guys. It's very hazardous to charge into a bunch of heavily armored elite spearmen, one way or another, even if it's through the rear. And yeah, my pikes are going to form their line. Now, to be fair, some of my pikes are going to get charged in the rear. It's kind of inevitable in my position. Send a Judean Freo spear to reinforce, but truthfully, these guys over here, we're going to have our work cut out for them. But they're still up against Syrian spearmen who are like, meh. Actually pretty mediocre, so... Even though the Syrian spearmen are going to charge them like in the rear, it's hardly going to be the most effective thing. Like, it'll take them a while to kill my pikemen anyway.
We await your command, Commander!
And yeah, I have 3 cavalry units hooking the rear here. I'm going to send each one to kind of charge like a different unit. Just because I can. One of a Judean, one of a Freo spears already routes. I'll pull my cavalry out. They'll be replaced by a Galatian though, who's going to go in, take their place, and just start doing what Galatians do, which is devastate the Anatolians. Or in this
One
case,
of our
the
units has
Syrians.
used all its ammunition.
These pikemen are doing pretty well, honestly. But also, I think of these are the Navy. Think of this as the Navy deploying behind me. And believe me, they're about to be silenced by my cavalry. And yeah, plainly, we are dominating right now in the flank with my spearmen. These guys are going to start going in for some flank attacks. Meanwhile, my pike line, they're holding. They're maybe not doing amazing, but wherever we're getting a frontal engagement, they should be winning it. They're absolutely destroying the enemy general, but against some more loosely fighting spearmen, they're just like doing okay. My pikemen that got flanked, they're having an easier time now that my Judean fighters are nearby, and these Jews, they are better equipped than their Syrian counterparts, and better trained. I mean, these are not like native, I mean, they're native Judeans, but they're also extraordinarily Hellenized at this point. These are basically the Judeans that saw like the writing on the wall and decided to adapt to what the Ptolemies and Seleucids were doing and join them rather than resist continuously like the Maccabees did or the Bar Kafkas of the world. So yeah, now we have some Galatian mercenaries making their way to the fray. But the question is, will they be too late to join this battle? Could it already end as we send countless Galatians and Judeans straight at the Syrians? What about my colonists, Macedonian pikemen? They might just
The
murder
enemy
these
general is dead.
Of our general dying, with cavalry hitting our flank, with Galatians charging in. There's not really much for these Syrians to do other than fall as they hold their ground. Fall they will, believe me. They are gone. I'm gonna go send in my pikes as swordsmen at this point. I mean, even like my Judeans are fighting on 2 fronts. They still are winning.
Understood.
You can see Syrians fleeing, even from the areas that they were pretty dominant in. They're still fleeing. Meanwhile, the garrison just watches in dismay as their one hope. Their army, commanded by their brave faction leader, is completely and utterly dismantled right in front of her eyes. And my cavalry isn't really hitting these guys the right way, so I'll just send in my Galatians. You can see right here, it's over for these stupid Galatians. It's over. Man, these Syrians are really putting on a heroic stand, but
One of our units has used all its
I want to
ammunition.
slow this down, you know? I thought the Syrian would just buckle, but look at this. Pike from the front. Galatian mercenaries, fresh troops coming in from the flank. These are literally ill-equipped, ill-trained fighters, yet they go psycho mode. And yeah, well, now the destruction of their force impels the rest of Tyrenian garrison to start coming out. I'll run my Judean slingers back because they're not melee fighters. And yeah, I just want to kill the garrison cost effectively. I don't want to lose a ton of men in like a stupid fashion. So I'm going to run my Galatians, who should be very effective against these guys, right in. Yeah, we'll just take good engagements here. Of course, you can't really take a bad engagement against local town folk. They're pretty terrible. We'll charge these guys in, get the Judean slingers around. Caught the local archers. Obviously, local archers will die against heavily equipped infantry. And goodbye! A mere 275 lost, 3,800 killed. A decisive victory. A truly decisive victory. And one I am quite happy with. Now, the question is, how is it that we can win this? You see, I really do want to control this province, and I want to control more provinces. I want to expand my empire. I mean, who doesn't in this game? It's a total war. It's literally the bloody point of this game. Yet, I can tell you that The Seleucids are a pretty significant threat. They're pretty big. They're a pretty big fish in this pond. I can tell you that. So how do I do it effectively? Even though these guys are my military ally, I don't control the whole province, which is interesting. I'm definitely not going to betray my ally over it, but it is interesting to me. Because I think in vanilla you would be able to do something.
Greetings in the name of Hermes.
But yeah, I mean,
Speak,
it
but
doesn't
do not
look
deceive
like the
with tricky
Seleucids are
rhetoric,
willing to
false
entertain
logic.
a peace. Even though it's not like they hate me or anything, according to public order. And look at this in Antioch. 2 Indian elephants. Silver shields. Cretan archers. This is an elite army. The only crap part here is Greek infantry. And these Greek slingers. I mean, they're as good as my Judean slingers, so I can't talk shit about them. Similar quality army. Actually, the exact same army. It's a replica. I mean, I don't expect the Seleucids to have, like, a lot more armies, because the ones I'm viewing right now are completely nuts, but they are, as I specify, incredibly good, completely nuts. These are insane armies. I'm not going to have an easy time putting them down. And you know what? I also don't really have a ton of money to work with here. I mean, I just got out of the red. Yes, if I dock my navy, or if I put them on rating stance, my income will go up to like 3,000. And I will start making money quite well. But I don't know how much it's going to take to pay the Seleucids off. Every time I've like looked into trying to end that war with a bribe, it's not come close to ending it. So I'm just confused, to be entirely honest. I'm just really, really, really confused. What do I do
Now
here?
that words have failed,
Oh, okay.
become.
I'm screwed. They are an empire. They are a powerful faction. I need to figure this out. I've suddenly bit off more than I can chew about declaration of war. Okay. Well, let's figure out what to do. So first things first, this army, you know what? We're now bordered by friends, so let's go ahead and start bringing them over. This is a pretty meh army. It is a garrison army at best, if you want to be somewhat charitable and calling it what it is, but still. So we have a lot of money all of a sudden. It's because we satisfied a requirement. So you know what?
You have my attention. Speak, and
I
try
need to end
do
the
it
war
well,
quickly here.
for diplomacy is always boring.
Seleucids
when
would
done
be
bad.
ideal because I don't want to fight them yet. They seem very powerful.
Before you say anything, know that I have an amulet against the evil eye.
These guys don't want to end their war either.
We will gladly listen. I do not. Greetings! I am sure that your wares will find.
Come, my friend.
I live to serve.
Well, we gotta like end some factions.
For
at some
Egypt!
point.
All hands to the oars!
I mean, look, this army, this navy is literally just gonna raid me if I don't kill it. So let's destroy it.
For honor!
Unfortunately, this is gonna mean my navy takes a little while to like get the crap out of here. But you know, goodbye.
Tekmat! Give us!
Goodbye.
You have further orders?
Tyre's gone. At least that's one war gone. But I have to put down this rebellion in Jerusalem, because I do know how powerful the Judeans can get from my earlier battles with the Maccabees. I also have a navy, which I really...
My lord, get to it, man. Ready for battle.
Bro, why can't either of these armies move?
Ready for orders. We fight for you. Set up the watch. I live to serve Pharaoh.
Okay, that's fine. Jerusalem will hold out for now. Saul's a full freaking
At your command.
army, and then...
Before you say anything, know that I have an amulet against the evil eye.
I will listen carefully to your words and then give judgment. So, greetings.
I really
Now,
don't want to fight both
business.
of them. I want one of these enemies, not both. Well, I have absolutely no idea how this is gonna go.
What can I do for Egypt?
Swift and silent.
I need to know where these Ethiopians are and what they're doing. I really do.
Ready for battle.
Oh, this army just sucks. Like, I just need to make a new one as well. Bro, I barely have any slaves here. Why don't they just tax harvest? I might improve my income a little bit. Ptolemaic dynasty, that's a score.
How can I assist Pharaoh? Rome needs good fighters.
Well met, friend.
Bro. Okay, anyway. Literally no one wants to associate with me. I'm the kid that pissed everyone off right now. I'm a war with the damn Ethiopians! They have screwed me thoroughly. But anyway. I'm remaking that army I had in Libya, because what else can I do? I can't wait like 7 turns for him to travel, and I absolutely cannot justify it if our army sucks. And now I see 3 Seleucid armies in Antiochia. They are so rich and so powerful. How did the Seleucids always lose when they have double Indian elephants in their army, silver shields, colonist pikes? I mean, the only thing that they don't have is competent melee infantry, and I guess that's how you beat them in battle, but still, they are very powerful. Over there, I see an Ethiopian army, but it's like all the way in like mid-Arabia, so it'll take them a couple of turns to get to Jerusalem, which is like the closest city. And 9,000 is really important, and I'm really happy. Now, let's go. This army needs to go ahead and put down this Jewish rebellion. It's very important. Meanwhile, this navy needs to get out of here and go fight the Cilician pirates. But it's going to take them a little bit of time to get to Tyre, which, what can I do? Now, is there any place where there's decent middle-class populations that I can actually recruit from? Yes, by Myos Hormos, I can get to a decent place. So, what about Diaspolus? Yes, Diaspolus has decent. And you know what? I already recruited the majority of the pikes I'm gonna need, so you know what? It's okay.
Are you ready to serve?
Four Laos, four of these Lao guys. Get 2 of these cataphracts, and then like, I don't know, man. Some slings. That's good. That's a good.
My lord. To
And you know, I'll just poke
victory!
these guys away. It'll increase my income somewhat just through by like pressing a button, so pretty good. And I'll send this spy over to go investigate what's going on here in Ethiopian-held Nabatea. Okay, so far so good. And you know what? I'll send these guys to Ethiopia. It'll take him a while. He's traversing the Syrian desert, and Brave of the King is not really that quick. But once he makes it over, he's gonna do really good. He's gonna do a lot of good sleuthing.
A man is many.
Meanwhile, this spy is gonna have to keep a good close eye on the Seleucids because
Ready for orders.
I don't know, man. Like, this is a good army, okay? This is a good army. We have 3 units of elite pikes, Judeans, Galatians, Thracians. We have the best of the best here that I can offer, yet still not ideal.
Greetings.
How about the Bosphorus King?
We are-
Yes! Let's
The
go,
gods
dude.
of Olympus rejoice.
A great trade agreement.
You have my attention.
Once
Speak,
again,
and try to
every
do it
turn
well.
I'm just gonna see,
For
will
diplomacy is all-
someone end their war with me?
Before you say anything, know that I have an amulet against the evil eye.
Not even a chance. Well then, doesn't matter. I have an army heading to Jerusalem. It's good. We're gonna be near your territories in Nabatea. And I'm speaking of the Ethiopians. I have another army heading to Ethiopia, and it's picking up steam. As they go, they get fine Ptolemaic recruits, and I'm investing a great deal of drachma into this beastly war machine that I'm building. So I don't know, man. This isn't simple. This isn't a problem. This isn't a... This isn't like a super duper bad situation for me. I can get out of this, but it's gonna have to be, there's gonna be a clean cut thing, I can tell you. But at the end of the day, even if I lose my Yehudan territories that I just won through blood, as long as I keep the Egyptian heartland, things should be fine. Yeah, I'm not allowing anyone to adopt one of my characters, I can tell you that. Cheaper infantry usually is a better deal than cavalry. So I don't build, like, cavalry-only armies. It's just not a thing I do. Let's go get my Judean slingers.
To battle! Waiting for more orders.
Alright. It's an opportunity to go and do something. Now, I don't want to lose any men because I literally have wars to fight. So I want to win this battle cleanly. Now, again, Judean army, right? Luckily, we don't have any Maccabean guards yet. So I'm just dealing with Jewish spearmen, who are slightly better than the Syrian spearmen I fought. They have access to, like, a little bit better armor. But their attack and discipline is kind of the same. In fact, they might be slightly worse discipline-wise. So they're not hard units. They're like mid-tier early game at best, if I'm being generous. So, yeah, I'm gonna absolutely poop on them.
And the commander! Quickly now!
Okay, we're arrayed for battle here. I mean, look, I'm just gonna kind of thrust forward on my pikes. Just build this kind of like wall that the enemy can't cross. And I'm gonna bring my slingers
Our
up.
hidden units have been discovered.
I'm gonna start sending my spearmen to the flanks. Further out they get, the better. When
Our
cavalry
hidden
goes
units
to
have been
eager,
discovered.
cavalry will just kind of stay put, like my general.
Spears! Ready yourselves! Spears! Ready for battle! Take them! Ready! Throw your weapons! Battle ready!
So far, so good. I think Vegetarian spears are going to be completely stuck here.
The battle is turning in our favor.
And there we have it. I mean, we are literally getting rear charges here. Our front is impregnable. Enemy general is getting blasted. Peltis are either committed or dying. I mean, this is over. This is absolutely over.
The enemy general is dead.
Damn, my phone just died, so I can't see chat. I don't think that there's anyone in chat right now, though. Nah, it looks like we just got lurkers here. Which is all good. Yeah, I prefer a lurk over a nothing, I can tell you that. We're nearing the end of the stream here, guys. I need to go to sleep soon, because I have work really early tomorrow. I'm doing a crazy drive, man. Crazy drive. From home to Langley, and from Langley to Chilliwack, and from Chilliwack to Abbotsford, and from Abbotsford back to Langley, and then back to home. I'm literally doing a full circuit of the Metro Vancouver region, so... Ah, man, I didn't mean to press the fight button, but now I'm committed, man. You know what? For this one, I'm just gonna run my Galatians and my cavalry forward. I'm not gonna deal with pike maneuvers in such a small-scale fight. No point. Let's go spears and cavalry, and specifically my Galatians, because they move really... Actually, no, the Judeans move just as quick, apparently. But yeah, I'll run my Galatians then, you know. They're so well paid that... I want these Judeans to go forward, and maybe we can go double, like, right, like this BS, you know? Like, kind of link around a little bit.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
And then we just kind of...
Our hidden
just,
units
like,
have been
move in,
discovered.
and then we just, like, win. and we just overwhelm the Judean spears, who are inferior to my Galatian spearmen, who are just professional fighters from a more warlike culture. And yeah, like goodbye kind of thing, and then just like kind of like goodbye. 8 people killed, more than I'd expect. Judean rebels crushed, destroyed, annihilated. Whatever word you wish to use, it applies to these Judeans who succumbed to what I would call a brutal death. Now, move these guys in. Apparently, cut up from supply lines during summer. We're like on a road near our province, which I don't know, just surprising. Surprising to me that we're cut off from supplies, but what can we do? Sometimes it happens. Now this navy has got to go and try to confront these Cilicians. So slaves would be good there. And yeah, big W here. So let's see. So far so good, guys. We've eliminated the Judean threat. We've killed the Tyranians. The only thing I don't like is the positioning of the Ethiopians and the strength of the Seleucids. The Seleucids have armies I am terrified of. The Ethiopians, what I don't like about them is that they border me. Okay, I'll show you guys what I mean. Like, it's just really uncomfortable, the geography of Nabatea and how it's in proximity to Yehuda. Like, the first settlement that I see is a walled city, which means that if I want to attack them, I have to like full on commit to it, which is a little bit annoying.
I propose a simple treaty between equals and
yes, absolutely. For a war of the Seleucids, and they are allies to the Galatians, who will probably be my neighbors soon enough. Unless the Seleucids clean house on the Galatians, in which case who cares? I'm already at war with them. Can't get worse than that. Public order wise, anyway. Well, I don't like a lost 300 men there. Kind of feels like a loss them for nothing.
In Pharaoh's name. Get moving!
Hopefully we get supplies soon. Oh, what can I do? Army can only move so quick, you know?
Setting forth in Pharaoh's name. I live.
Also, my income's going up, which is awesome. I mean, I really do want to, like, grow Alexandria to commercial Alexandria, but don't have the money. No. champion guy's gonna take forever to get here. And yeah, we do need supplies, so I got a supply train. I think that this is it for the stream, though, guys. I think this is it. We took Tyre, and now we're at war with 2 factions. Things have gotten a lot more heated. In the next stream, we're actually going to be in position to fight the Ethiopians at least.
Before you say anything.
I don't know why they declared war on me without sneak attacking me. Like, they had to be like Japan during a Russo-Japanese war or during their war against the Americans, and you just have to like go out and strike. Like, there's no reason to declare war as the weaker power if you're not gonna lash out first. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again